is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice.
As an anxious 13-year-old boy, I jostled my way through the crowd to the room where my first ever MUN was to be held. We were slotted into groups that were diverse and inclusive in terms of culture, language, ethnicity, you name it. Now, a first MUN experience. It can be daunting. It can be intimidating. It can make you feel like a teenager on Facebook. Ugh. But in reality, it wasn't exactly that sent chills running down my spine. It was merely the fact that I had to communicate and cooperate with people that I had never once met before in my entire life. They were completely alien to my culture and way of being. And the worst part was that I, a short, antisocial 13-year-old boy with a massive inferiority complex, had to, in reality, lead this very team to victory. Crazy, isn't it? So as I slowly made my way towards the assigned table, a cloud of fear, confusion, and anxiety, it blinded me and turned all my organs against me. My stomach turned inside out. My palms were clammy, and I was practically waddling towards the table like a penguin. A 14-year-old girl of Japanese descent named Aiko came up to me and asked a very simple question. She said, "Are you Aryan Shah?" And so I thought to myself, okay, Aryan, this isn't a hard question. Just be normal. You know how to do that. Yeah, you probably guess what happened next. I wasn't normal. I said, "Am I Aryan Shah?" And this may explain why, in reality, I had a sum total friend of 1. So now, obviously, I was entirely embarrassed. But to my surprise, she didn't seem to feel awkward or in a hurry to check the time and leave to go someplace else. Instead, she just let out a roar of laughter and continued the conversation as if nothing ever happened. So then she asked me, "Oh my God, I'm so excited. Is this also your first ever MUN?" And to this day, I thank God, I answered in a normal voice. Said, "Yeah, it is." This led us to a string of conversations that seemed like BuzzFeed quizzes. We talked about the socio, political, and economic issues in Southeast Asia and how that affect the public. And we also talked about our favorite kinds of bread. And so we were eventually joined by Gunther from Germany and Alina from Libya. We all quickly broke the ice by talking about our common interests, what we do in our pastimes, and topics surrounding the MUN. This helped us strengthen as a team. And at the end of the entire event, I was voted the best delegate and won a cash prize of 1,000 dirhams. Wait a second. No, that didn't happen. But in reality, I had still taken home a few prizes. I had learned the art of discipline and planning from Gunther. I had learned empathy from Alina. And I had learned creativity and approachability from Aiko. And now these lessons refined me, and I had turned over a new leaf. I was disciplined when working towards a task, and I could plan easily. I could empathize with others when they had a problem. And when in crisis, I seemed to be the most approachable. These traits led me and still lead me to some of my most memorable milestones. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that socialization is one of the most crucial forms of human connection, one that is key to personal growth and success. It is something that shapes your worldview and creates a community for you to befriend. It is something that helps you empathize with others, and most importantly, it teaches you not to take your own privileges for granted. Now, every conversation that you have with someone new not only teaches you something unique about the world, it creates a metal link between you and the person. And every day, we seem to have the opportunity to create hundreds of these links with thousands of different people. So my question being, why do we choose to stay in our inner bubble of sad yet false serenity when we can soar the skies of our imagination with hundreds of others by our side? Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, as I look back to that 13-year-old before the MUN, I see the fear of the unknown. I see someone who is unwilling to try new things, someone with a closed mind and heart. But the boy after is truly an upgrade. The boy after isn't afraid to try new things. He isn't afraid to stare life in the eye. That boy is a prefect for a school. That boy stands right in front of you giving the talk. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the future adult I'd like to be. Because only and only when one pushes their own personal boundaries are they capable of redefining the future. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.